my God.
911 with me. How do you-
It's 2 Blake Street.
What's the address?
Please hurry. It's 2 Blake Street. There's a fire.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Blake
There's
Street?
a fire. I'm trying to...
Ma'am, what's
2
on
Blake
fire?
Street. The TV, I don't know. My son, a stepson, is in his room, and I don't know. He did something with the TV. I was sleeping. I fell asleep.
See flames or smoke?
Yes. Yes, we need an ambulance, please.
Okay.
Please, we need an ambulance.
Ma'am, all right, you said something's on fire and now you need an ambulance. What's going on there?
Yes, his room. The TV in his room.
Did he get injured? Is he on fire?
Yes, he's injured. Please send the ambulance.
Ma'am, I'm going to send the ambulance. I need to know what's going on and why they're going out there. Where is he injured?
I don't know. He's I don't know. I don't know. He's kind of passed out. He's out of it. Please.
Okay, what's your phone number just in case we need to give you a call back?
Please.
Okay, is the fire out, ma'am?
No, it's not. Please. I'm trying to.
I understand, ma'am. I'm trying to get information on what's going on there.
Oh, my God. It's like all the power in the house is out. I don't know if it blew a fuse.
Okay, ma'am. Just get out of the house, okay?
Yes, I'm going to call my daughter.
All right.
That call came from a quiet residential street in Waterbury, Connecticut. Not an apartment complex, not a high-crime area, just a small, single-family home on a block where nothing ever seems to happen. From the outside, there was no sign of danger, no warnings, no history that would suggest what was happening inside. But what firefighters would find that night had nothing to do with the fire. When crews entered the home, the flames were small, contained to a single bedroom. The fire itself was extinguished within minutes. And that's when they realized the fire wasn't the emergency. It was the person they found inside.
Come over here. Go down the road. Come on. Come down. Come down.
Come on, down.
Who else is in the house? Who else is in here?
My stepson is in here.
How many other
help
people?
him out.
Listen,
That's
you
it.
have to
I
go
have 2 cats.
Everybody's out?
Yes.
But your stepson's still inside?
Yeah, he's right here.
Okay,
yes.
come out. Come down the road. Come on. Come on.
Well,
It's not safe to stay here. Come on.
All right, here he is. All right, my dog is shaking.
I know. Come down here. That's true. 87 code 33. Victim. Fire victim.
Okay.
Come on.
My
80
dog
seconds
is.
right here.
I
Come
know
on.
my dog.
I know. Come on.
I'm coming.
You're seeing it. Got one victim right here. I need you to stay over here.
The man on the floor was alive, but barely. Firefighters described him as extremely emaciated, a medical term that doesn't fully capture what they saw. His ribs were visible through his skin. His spine protruded sharply from his back. He was covered in dirt, weak, disoriented, struggling to stay conscious. This was not the condition of someone who had survived a house fire. This was the condition of someone who had been wasting away for a very long time. Firefighters worked to stabilize him. The man was removed from the home and placed into the back of an ambulance. Police officers followed as emergency medical personnel began treatment. According to police reports, the man was conscious and able to speak. While being transported, he told officers that the fire had not been accidental. He stated that he had started it himself. According to the report, he said he used hand sanitizer, printer paper, and a lighter to ignite the fire. When officers asked why he would do that, the man gave a brief response. He said he wanted freedom. He then made a disclosure that changed how the incident was being handled. He told officers that he had not been living freely inside the residence. He stated that his stepmother, Kimberly Sullivan, had confined him to a bedroom within the home. He told police the confinement began when he was very young. According to investigators, if the statement was accurate, the physical condition observed by responders was not the result of the fire. It was consistent with prolonged confinement and long-term neglect. The following day, investigators returned to the residence on Blake Street with a search warrant. At that point, the scene was no longer being treated as a fire investigation. It was being treated as a criminal investigation. As part of that process, investigators documented the interior of the home. They photographed the bedroom where the man reported he had been confined. The room measured approximately 7 feet by 8 feet, smaller than many walk-in closets. The ceiling sloped downward, further reducing the usable space. According to investigators, there was limited room to stand or move freely. Photographs taken at the scene show the bedroom as it appeared on the night of the fire. One of the primary areas of focus was the door. Investigators documented multiple holes in the door frame. According to police, the holes were consistent with prior locking mechanisms that had been installed and removed over time. Later photographs show sheets of plywood secured to both sides of the door. According to investigators, the plywood prevented access to the locks and hinges from inside the room. Police noted that the modifications were consistent with intentional confinement. The door and door frame were removed and taken into evidence. According to investigators, the confinement followed a daily routine. The man told police he spent most of his time inside the bedroom. He stated the door remained locked for long periods each day. According to his statement, he was allowed out of the room only at specific times. These moments were typically to perform chores. He told investigators he was instructed to clean the family vehicle and complete basic household tasks. Once the chores were finished, he said he was returned to the bedroom and locked inside. According to police reports, his meals were limited. He stated he was typically given 2 sandwiches and a snack. He told investigators the amount of food was used as control. If he failed to complete tasks, the food was reduced. If he resisted, the confinement lasted longer. According to the report, the man stated he had no access to medical care. He told police he had not seen a doctor since early childhood. He stated the only medication he was ever given was aspirin. He also told investigators he had never received dental care. According to his statement, his teeth decayed over time to the point that pieces would break off while he was eating. Investigators noted that the conditions described were consistent with long-term neglect and sustained confinement. According to police, the routine described had remained largely unchanged for years. According to records, authorities had been called to the residence on Blake Street multiple times over the years. In April of 2005, a welfare check was initiated after Child Protective Services received a telephone call. According to the report, the call came from school children who had previously attended school with a child living at the residence. The children reported concern that something may have happened because the child had been absent from school for an extended period of time. According to the document, the callers expressed fear that the child may have died. Authorities responded to the residence on Blake Street to check on the condition of the children in the home. According to the report, the residence appeared normal and lived in. One child was observed and appeared healthy and happy. The responding officer spoke with Kimberly Sullivan, who stated this was the second time she had been contacted by DCF or police to check on her children. The matter was documented and kept on file. In 2018, police responded to a reported domestic incident. In 2020, emergency medical personnel were dispatched to the home for a medical assist. Police officers and emergency responders were inside the house. They spoke with members of the household. They moved through common areas. According to reports, no one was found in immediate danger during those calls. Investigators later noted that without probable cause, officers were not authorized to search every room within the residence. No warrant was issued at the time. No forced entry was made into the bedroom. According to investigators, the confinement remained unseen not because authorities were never present, but because it was hidden behind a closed door. A door reinforced from the inside. A space not visible during routine responses. The man later told police that members of his family were aware of his confinement. According to his statement, his father knew. His half-siblings knew. A relative living in the home was also aware. Investigators noted that while others may have known, they did not participate in physically locking the door. According to police, their role and potential liability remain part of the ongoing investigation. As investigators reviewed the call history for the address, one fact stood out. The home had never been flagged as a location where someone was being held. For years, the residence appeared ordinary, quiet, unremarkable, and the confinement continued, undetected. As investigators continued their review, another question emerged. How did someone remain out of sight for so many years without triggering alarms? According to investigators, there was no consistent record of school attendance over extended periods of time. At various points, the individual was reported to be receiving instruction at home. Under existing guidelines, home instruction does not require daily attendance verification. It does not require routine in-person checks. Once that status is accepted, oversight largely ends. There is no automatic process to confirm where a child is living. No system designed to verify physical well-being. Investigators also reviewed medical history. They noted no pattern of regular medical care over many years. Without mandatory reporting triggers, no alerts were generated. There was no missing person report, no active custody dispute, no formal complaint filed on his behalf. According to investigators, the absence of records did not indicate presence, it indicated silence. A silence that persisted because no system was built to question it. By the time authorities were finally alerted, there was no trail to follow. Only the condition of the person they found. This remains an active prosecution. According to the arrest warrant application, the investigation was led by detectives assigned to the Criminal Investigation Bureau of the Waterbury Police Department. The affidavit states the initial incident occurred on February 17, 2025, when police were dispatched to a reported structure fire. It also states that the victim was removed from the home and transported for treatment before his condition worsened and he was listed in critical condition due to smoke inhalation. As the investigation progressed, the affidavit states 2 formal interviews were conducted with the victim. The first interview on February 21st. The second interview on March 6th. According to the affidavit, both interviews were audio and video recorded using body-worn camera. And over the course of hours, the victim provided details of what investigators described as a life of captivity, abuse, and starvation. The affidavit states the victim reported his earliest memories of being locked in a room began around the age of 3, and that his formal education ended in the 4th grade after repeated DCF involvement connected to concerns raised at school. Investigators wrote that database checks did not reveal recent police interactions for the victim after the 2005 reports. They also noted that they were unable to locate recent school history past 2005. According to the affidavit, medical records later obtained showed no prior history on file within the medical system used. Clinicians documented severe malnourishment and near starvation. The affidavit also describes concerns raised by medical staff about a potential hostage situation after the victim began disclosing the conditions he reported at home. As part of the investigation, the affidavit states search warrants were executed at the residence. Investigators documented a small second-floor room with an angled ceiling. They photographed the door and door frame. And they seized evidence, including the door and the door jamb. According to the affidavit, investigators observed signs of multiple locking mechanisms over time, and locks positioned to secure the room from the outside. They also documented plywood attached to both sides of the door, consistent with reinforcement and preventing tampering with the outer locks. On March 12, 2025, an arrest warrant was sought and charges were filed. The affidavit lists 5 charges, each alleged to span a date range beginning in 1996 through February 17, 2025, based on the victim's reported timeline. Court proceedings are ongoing, and investigators have indicated that the scope of review includes not only what happened, but how it remained hidden for as long as it did. On the night of the fire, the victim told police he wanted freedom. Not escape. Not attention. Freedom. According to the arrest warrant application, the fire was not described as an accident. It was described as intentional. A decision made after years of confinement and fear. From the outside, the house on Blake Street appeared ordinary, quiet, unremarkable. No warning signs. No visible danger. But inside, someone was living as a secret. For years. This case remains active, and until the court process concludes, the full record will continue to develop. After the proceedings are closed, a follow-up report will be produced to examine the outcome and to add additional context, including interviews where available. If you suspect abuse or neglect, or if you or someone you know needs help, resources are available.